I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're uncovering the profound journey of Gary Trudel through his potent collection of poetry called Welcome to My World. He is a survivor of satanic ritual abuse and addiction, and he's taking us on a brave exploration of healing and self-discovery. His powerful verses capture the struggles, the joy, and the resilience, as well as the sacred connection with nature and universe, manifesting his inspiring mantra, I sit, I think, I feel, I type. We're delighted to have Gary join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support writers like him by subscribing to our channel. Gary, thank you so much for being our guest today on Spotlight.
Thank you.
You know, you've been through a lot. Like all of us, I guess, when you live long enough, you're going to experience different things. But when you hear you're a survivor of satanic ritual abuse, that really catches your eye. It makes you like, what the heck happened? Can you tell the audience a little bit about your experiences?
Oh, there was a time in my life when I was younger. I ended up involved with a group of people that practice Satanism, and which led me to witnessing a ritual murder and then being sexually abused and physically tortured in that context. And I made it out. I don't really remember how I survived it. I just got through it, I guess. I think I was supposed to be, I was supposed to die, but I didn't.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, thank God you didn't. Thank God you survived. Obviously, it's a dark time and a hard time in your life. And you've obviously turned things around. You know, you're a writer, a poet, and you've put together this wonderful book of poems. Tell me what it was like putting these together. Are these a collection of poems you've written over the course of many years, or did you write them specifically for this book?
Yes, I've been writing since I was about 13 or 14 years old. And it's just a matter of going through. I seem to have collected most of what I've written most of my life, and just going through it and picking out, just letting the creator pick them out for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're able to have access to all those poems, that they weren't lost over the years, because it's quite a collection. Tell us a little bit about your mantra. I sit, I think, I feel, I type. What's that all about?
Basically, I got this little ritual that's kind of like rituals. Well, it used to be with pen and paper and an old Underwood typewriter, and now it's with my computer. I usually have my coffee, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but my cigarettes and
Oh, sure.
and everything, and I just sit down in front of the computer these days, and I'll sit there and I just start letting my thoughts go. Whatever I think about it, I don't censor what I think about, and I'll just have these thoughts going, and then I'll start paying attention to when these thoughts are coming by, going through my mind, how I feel. And I'll sit there for a bit, and then I just put my fingers on the key, and I use the expression, I just let my fingers dance over the keys.
That's great. I give writers a similar advice. You know, for me, there's no such thing as writer's block. I always say, just write. Whatever comes to your mind, just write. Let it pour out of you, let it flow. And, you know, along the way, it'll take some form. And along the way, you can always go back, look at it again, edit it, change it, you know, move things around. Particularly, it's easier today. We used to have the old Underwood typewriter, like you said. It was hard to move a paragraph around, but now you can just cut and paste and move it. So I think you're onto something there, that just let, like, free association, let the words stream from you. And it's great advice for any writer, and obviously it works for you. In this collection of poems, Welcome to My World, is there one poem in particular that is connected to you that you feel special about?
Yes, there is. I guess I
Oh,
can
absolutely. I'd love to hear it.
read it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the whole book, there's about 15 poems in here that really, but I picked one.
Okay.
There's nothing I have found. There's no practice I have done that compares to when I have the desire to write. I take pen in hand, then pen to paper. The words start to flow. The feelings are divine, thoughts healing and profound. Truly living in the moment, the point of what was, is, and will be become one. In the moment, the point of divine bliss, the time of absolute rapture. It's a good day to die. It's a good day to live. Putting pen to paper, my gratitude. Expressing my life, bearing my soul, my prayer.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is the heart, that is the soul of a writer. Somebody that enjoys the process, enjoys creating, enjoys being in that moment where, you know, like you said, the words are flowing out of you, whether it's divine inspiration or whatever it is. It's a good moment. I think some philosophers have said that there's no greater feeling of happiness than creating. And I think you definitely agree with that, because it seems like creating words on paper that have meaning for you and meaning for others is a great joy. Yeah,
I would say so, yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I'd like
What
to
do you,
look up those philosophers and read them
yeah,
someday.
absolutely. Absolutely. What do you hope people get from this book? What kind of message, what kind of inspiration, what kind of healing do you hope they achieve from reading your book?
Well, the first thing is I hope people who have been through similar experiences than me, uh, if they read the book, they get inspired to speak their own truth, find their voice and uh, and get the stuff out. And another thing people, because I don't have an education. I got a grade 10 GED, grade 12, uh, and I'm not good at writing English, really, spelling and everything like that. And I know a lot of people who have learning disabilities and a lot of roadblocks in their life, and it's just that they can do it too.
Yeah.
They don't. They don't have to be a Longfellow or like people like Leonard Cohen or anything like that. They just got to be. It's my message. Is just be what you are. Be and stand tall and hold your head up.
Yeah. Absolutely. You've endured a lot during your life. We talked about the satanic issue before, addiction. Do you feel that in some ways these negative chapters in your life have produced something positive, that you've learned from them, that that were part of your journey?
Uh, the biggest thing, the only way I know how to answer that is the deeper the pain, the deeper the joy. The deeper the hate that I felt, the deeper the love.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that I've had my life experiences because it just allows me to have more wonderful experiences in my relationships with people around me.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got to feel the pain in order to feel the pleasure. You don't want to be here in the middle. You either want to be up or down. Downs are tough, but like you said, you have to go up and down to feel that high at the other end of it, and know that love, know that joy, know that satisfaction. Well, you've written a terrific book. I think it's going to help a lot of people. And you entitled it Welcome to My World. Why did you call it that?
because that's the first poem in the book.
Okay.
That's probably, of all the poems in the book, that poem is probably the oldest, one of the oldest ones that I got in the book.
Yeah. And
And
also, it is a welcoming into your world. These poems are your life. This is your journey. These are your experiences. These are your feelings. These are your words. These are your thoughts. So this book is your world. Yeah. Love it. Great book. It's called Welcome to My World. It's written by Gary Trudel. It is a wonderful work. It is years in the making. He has lived quite a life, and he will help you with your journey, because all of us are on a journey. All of us have dark days. All of us have gray days. All of us have bright days. And I think you'll appreciate each one of those days a little bit more after reading this book. Gary, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
thank you for having me.
My pleasure. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time until next time on Spotlight.